Adenike Oyawoye. I'm glad to be in your space again. And I actually took this opportunity of being at a resource center to make this recording. We've been talking about how to raise responsible children. If you have been following my page, you know that I've been talking about how to raise responsible children for the past 2 months. And I'm here with the third episode. This is the last episode. And what I have for you today is allow your children to think outside the box. How can you do this? How do you do this? One way you can do this is by not over pampering children. Yes, many of us, we like pampering children, and there is popular slogan going on nowadays. Yoruba say it this way, Yatimo je, ọmọ mi ò ní jẹ. Yes, it's good, yes. But in the process of doing that, some of us are over pampering children, and you turn them to people that cannot stand on their own. I'm not saying you should not pamper children, no. You should pamper them, but let them feel the heat a little too. It's not every time your child asks for ice cream that you should give that child ice cream, even if it is available. It's not every time. When a child asks for ice cream, because it's available, you give the child every day. No, you're over pampering the child. I remember an incident that happened when I was 7, during my youth service. I was posted to a place to work there. And I discovered that the money that was being paid us was just a little token that could just fend for our feeding and our transportation. At the end of the day, there will be no service. So I began to wonder what's going to happen. But along the line, I remember three other girls were posted to the same workplace. And I got a call from one of them. I happened to have 2 accommodations during that time because I was also an official with NCCF. I was living in the family house and also living in the accommodation I was living to in my workplace. And I got a call from one of the girls that we were posted together to the same place. And she told me that 4 of us have a meeting. I was surprised, a meeting. He said yes, that I should come over to the quarters we were given. And I went, and that was just my first board meeting because it was really like a board meeting. And I pray today that even God will set destiny helpers in the path of your children, because those 3 girls, they were like destiny helpers on my path. And if I'm to write maybe like a biography or about myself, those 3 girls, I cannot forget to mention their names. Now, we had this meeting and they were like, we have been paid this, and at the end of the day, there will be no service. So what are we going to do? You understand? They were already thinking as in, we cannot live this way. We cannot go home without anything in our hands. And they were like, okay, where we are living is an estate. So they are going to make flyers and they are going to go distribute doors to doors and tell them that we are competent graduates. We can take their children in after school lesson. And they also said they were going to go to Aba. Aba was like some hours from Ebonyi, and they're going to be going there to get stocks, clothes like dresses and shirts and skirts for ladies, and they're going to sell not just to fellow coppers but move around offices. And that's how we began, and they also took me along, carried me along in their plan. Later I got to know that those girls were people that actually they trained themselves in school. When they were telling me about their story, the 3 of them, right from their, they had to do extra work to keep themselves and to train themselves in school. So because of that, right from their childhood, they've been exposed to thinking out of the box. So when we encounter such a problem, the first thing that came to their mind was not like, let me call mom and let me call daddy. Because I want to ask you today, if your child was in another kind of a situation, what would be their first thought? Is it to pick their call and say, mommy, you want it on, daddy, you want it on? That means you're not raising them to be independent. But these 3 girls, the first thought was, what are we going to do? We cannot just live like this. And they came up with solutions. So I want to encourage you today, please don't pamper your children. Don't pamper them, as when you pamper them, when they face challenges and problems, they will not know what to do. They'll keep calling and coming back to you every time. But you have to balance it out. I'm not saying you should give them a hard life. No, don't give them. If we catch you giving them a hard life, you're going to report it. Strike a balance. Don't over pamper them. You can take them on a walk sometimes through some low-cost neighborhood. Let them see the other part. Not every time you should put them in air-conditioned cars and you make them feel that's all about the world. Let them feel the heat a little, let them feel the brunt, and I pray that God give you wisdom. Thank you for staying by. God bless you. Amen.